Hey everybody, I hope this video finds you doing fantastic. Today I want to challenge you to actually live and practice an extremely important leadership characteristic, and that is vulnerability. The ability to admit that we're not perfect. I know it can be very hard to do sometimes. Let me tell you why I'm challenging you with this. A couple of weeks ago I was at dinner with 3 CEOs, all of them running multi-billion-dollar companies, and one of the CEOs in the conversation used a word I'd never heard before. And I was super confused, and as the conversation went on, I started to realize I'd lost track of what was happening because I didn't understand that word. So I politely stopped her and said, could you go back a minute or so and explain this word for me? I've never heard it before. I don't know what the definition is, and because of that, I'm getting lost. And she said, oh, no problem, John. It's sort of an industry term. And she told me what it was, and I went, oh, okay. Now I understand where we're going. Thanks, I really appreciate that a lot. And one of the other CEOs leaned into me and said, thanks, John. I had no idea what that word meant either, and I was confused too. So what I'd like you to do is in the next week is when something happens that you don't understand, admit it. And so I'm not good at reading this kind of data stuff. Could you take a minute and explain to me what this data means and the conclusions you've drawn here? Or another great one is, wow, that was a great idea. I never would have thought of that. I really appreciate that. But just being authentic and admitting I'm not perfect, I don't have all the answers, I need help, I need your help, and then thank you very much for helping me. I think you're going to find this a very powerful tool for creating more trust in your team and in your organization, and creating candor among other people, because when they see one of their leaders admit that they don't know, other people have more courage to step up and also admit that they need some help, they need some input, they need some clarification. So practice this for the next week or so, and it's going to become a really, really strong part of your communication skill set as a leader.